shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up. Dog hit me up. Hello? Shorty on my line, told the bitch to call back, cause she getting out of line. Louis, what's the deal? Nigga, we talk. Got a 9 on a mission, nigga, watch we talk. Meet me on the block, tell me everything you know. From the guns to the chips and the kilos of coke. All I see is white, let my vision flash. Got my hand on them birds, about 100 in cash. Nigga, what's the math? Said I'm rich forever. Ride a trap or die, got my mind on this cheddar. Wish a nigga would, if a nigga try. Leave brains on the step, laying next to his mind. Get it or die, that's the motivation. I tell it how it is, see the bullets penetration. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Kick the door, hit the floor, homie. See this fall, homie? Leave your brains on the floor, homie. I want your bricks from out the crib and the floor, homie. I'm talking dollars and them cents from out the drawer, homie. Tie your bitch by the beat, I want it all, homie. You niggas barking like the beat, I let it off, homie. 100 pounds in the crib, I took it all, homie. I left the nigga by stairs where his bra shorty. 200,000 on the rinse and spent the charm on it. Thump a nigga on his neck, that's a prize moment. Real niggas up the back, no bases loaded. Pussy tried to walk me off, hit a crazy homie. Bent the block up 10, left him in the coma. Northside, Illidale, you know
Yo, ready?
Big dog in the bit. The dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick.
Link in the chat, link in the chat. Trying to watch y'all and shit. You know, everybody tune in at the 8-minute mark. You know, the real Matias Dalton Smith recap. You know, the Top by Yell recap.
Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog
Shout out to my
hit me
homie
up,
Trez.
said he
It's called
got
the city.
lit.
You told me I'm
Bad
on
jump
live right
shot, so he might
in
shoot
the
a brick.
contact.
Dog hit me up.
So I get off.
Dog hit me up, shorty on my line, told the bitch to call back, cause she getting out of line. Louis, what's the deal? Nigga, we talk, got a 9 on a mission, nigga, watch we talk. Meet me on the block, tell me everything you know. From the guns to the chips and the kilos of coke. All I see is white, let my vision flash. Got my hand on them birds, about 100 in cash. Nigga, what's the math? Said I'm rich forever. Ride a trap or die, got my mind on this cheddar. Wish a nigga would, if a nigga try. Leave brains on the step, laying next to his mind. Get it or die, that's the motivation. I tell it how it is, see the bullets penetration. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Kick the door, hit the floor, homie. See this fall, homie? Lay your brains on the floor, homie. I want your bricks from out the crib and the floor, homie. I'm talking dollars and them cents from out the drawer, homie. Tie your bitch by the beat, I want it all, homie. You niggas barking like the beat, I let it off, homie. 100 pounds in the crib, I took it all, homie. I left the nigga by stairs where his bra shorty. 200,000 on the rinse and spent the charm on it. Thump a nigga on his neck, that's a prize moment. Real niggas up the back, no bases loaded. Pussy tried to walk me off, hit a crazy homie. Bent the block up.
Caballero, the Herede Nunes fight. I just hope this year it just won't be a bunch of bad stoppages, you know. And like the second week of January, just watching these fights, it's like it's a whole week of bad stoppages. Let me get my check.
Left him in the coma. Northside, Illadelphia, you know, son of Cobra. Big dog in the pit. The dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up. Dog hit me up. Hello? Shorty on my line, told the bitch to call back, cause she getting out of line. Louis, what's the deal? Nigga, we talk, got a 9 on the mission, nigga, watch we talk. Meet me on the block, tell me everything you know, from the guns to the chips and the kilos of coke. All I see is white, let my vision flash, got my hand on the birds, about 100 in cash. Nigga, what's the math? Said I'm rich forever, ride a trap or die, got my mind on this cheddar. Wish a nigga would, if a nigga try, leave brains on the step, laying next to his mind. Get it or die, that's the motivation.
No, we on with the recap. We gonna start with Herrera and Ricardo Nunez. You know, it was a lot going on. There was a lot going on in that fight. Herrera touched the canvas early. You know, Nunez dropped him early. You know, then in the late rounds, you know, it was a bad stoppage. You know, you probably had him hurt, but like the ref felt. Because I bet you the referee mind was to push the guy over to make sure he cool. But soon the referee got up, looking out the ring, got up and just ran and stopped the fight. You feel me? Like, come on, man. I understand you trying to continue a person KO streak, but come on. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my Germans. Shout out to Germany. I know that Joe was lit because that Joe looked lit. You know, the Caballero fight. Only problem I had was it was a bad stoppage. You know, let Caballero floor him. Let Caballero drop him. Because I'm pretty sure Caballero won it. He like, all right, I got the victory in KO, but damn, dog, like you stopped my knockout, bro. Like I had him. He was going against those ropes. I would have got him out of here and let him touch the canvas to listen, to make a statement, like, don't play with me. You know, even though my eye got cut, he would have made a statement. But these referees be stopping these stoppages, man. Let these fighters finish their knockout. You feel me? Let them finish playing with their food. You know what I mean? Because these bad stoppages, like, I just hope, like I said, I hope 2026 won't be like that, especially this Shakur Teal situation that's about to take place. Because once you become a grown man, you know, once you're over eight, like you're not getting any like you can tighten your body up, but your power is over, man. It's over. People are like, oh, when you're 25, get into your grown man strength. Nigga, you gotta go to work for your grown man strength. You gotta lift. There's a difference from lifting weights and your body weight. Cause you got a bunch of goof motherfucking balls that's husky as shit with skinny ass legs, but at the end of the day, ain't none of them super duper really strong. I mean, that should be soft. Ain't none of them super duper really strong. You understand me? They can't even do a pull up. So how, if you can't pull your own body weight up, how I'm supposed to believe you strong? Like, come on, man. Got to do the pull ups, baby. All that P90X shit ain't helping you because ain't none of y'all football players. You dig, Ski, but getting into football, we gonna get into them parlays and them playoffs, that wild card, man. Y'all fucked a lot of people parlays up. And the NBA still doing it too, but we gonna get there, man. Cause I'm tired. Know what I mean? But getting into Matias and Dalton, right? It was a a lot of things that was taking place at the time. It was a lot of things taking place at this time. Give me a second, y'all. My apologies, y'all. But yeah, getting back to that fight, right? You know, the tainted the tainted narrative that came across Matias in December. You know, yes, it did mess up a lot of ticket sales. But the place still was cool. But it would have been more packed. Of people creating a narrative. You know, and you see the narrative once the WBC posted that both fighters are clean. Then 24 hours later, oh, he tested positive for Oshirin. It could have been the other way around. You know, um, but how Mike Carpenter dressed it. Mike Carpenter went out there, created a false narrative, which Matias was clean the whole time. But you created a false narrative, which never should have occurred because Matias can sue. He can sue. But I'm gonna get back into my theory in a minute. So it starts there, and then his B sample. It starts after that. It's there. We see Janovic taking forever. Matias shit was like this. Janovic taking forever. Ryan Garcia shit was like this. Everybody that cheated B sample was like this. Why we still waiting on Janovic shit? Oh, okay then. But making a long story short, and a shorter story even more shorter is it Vada? Because a lot of people that keep bringing up this Ostarine shit is really y'all fighters. Because y'all know Ostarine here in America is so early 90s, mid 90s. You feel me? So y'all got to stop creating them false ass narratives, man. But shout out my guy, my co-host Santos Boxing. You know, when we looking at the behind the scenes and stuff in these raps, you was like, damn, why Dalton Smith shit look like a cash? I'm looking, I'm like, ski. These people be double stacking, man. They even let Anyway get away with it. But where I'm getting at is, when Fresh Promotions won the purse bid, you like, damn, Eddie, you let them win the purse bid, and it was for a reason. And this is why I'm always say I think Matias was backdoored 2 times because we seen with the Paro fight, right? Matias really won that fight. You got to take it from the champ. Matias really won that fight, right? And then when you go to uh this fight, it's like every time Fresh Promotions, like when Fresh Promotions and Eddie Hearn, the first fight, Matias wasn't ever signed to Eddie Hearn. It was Fresh Promotions was under contract, Matchroom, and they brought us that fight in Puerto Rico. Backdoor. Now it's all right. This time we want to do it again, but I'm gonna let you win the purse bid so you can get a couple M's under your joint. Then I'm a ah. Now I mean, and that's what we seen. Backdoor 2 times, lined him up, set him up, however you want to call it. That's how I feel, and that's how real I'm gonna keep it. No, nigga, we Ricans, you know how it go. But at the end of the day, you know, I already synced it once the victory happened. I said, damn, Hitch about to get his motherfucking unified situation. It gotta happen. It gotta happen. So if it's January, by March, April, you should see Hit and motherfucking Dalton Smith for unification, and it's well deserved. Hey, Hit, you got your opponent, baby. You got your opponent. We don't want to see you to April. We want the unification bout. We don't want to see you to April. We want the unification bout. But you know, going in there, just watching Dalton, I think it was like the first round, second round, going back into his corner when he was bleeding, his legs was kind of lost, you know, and just watching both fighters was like that, just watching it. I'm like, damn, like it feel weird, like why he acting like that? And first of all, why he acting like that? And the end of the first, end of the second round, going back to the corner, why his legs wobbling? Could it be the atmosphere? Could have been the shit that's in the background. You could because you can't trust a lot of people. Remember when Bernard touched Tank? We watched say, Tank, get the fuck off me, don't touch me, because people will rub cream on you. People will rub cream on you. Yeah. Y'all watch the snack doctor came in there when Bud was in the dressing room, came in there with a certain substance and wiping that shit on him. Wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. That nigga did the Bruce Lee 50 hands. Now, I mean, that nigga did the Bruce Lee 50 hands and shit. But at the end of the day, these niggas know how to cheat very, 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 very well, man. These people know how to cheat very well. A lot of people fall for it. A lot of people fall for it. But it is what it is. If they doing it, you do it your damn self. You know what I mean? You do it your damn self. And if you get caught, you got a chance to say, well, they work with a well-known cheater. You feel me? Because you know how they say, once you're a drug dealer, you're always a drug dealer. Once you're a robber, you're always a robber. Once you're a felon or a criminal, you're always a felon and a criminal. That's what they label us, right? So why it can't be labeled for him? But it's only labeled on us colored people. Make this shit make sense, man. That nigga Victor Conte, rest in peace, but that nigga was a kingpin, man. He was the kingpin of steroids. This ain't no disrespect. It's the truth. If you was born in the 80s, you seen what happened in the 90s. You feel me? I'm on house arrest now. Them niggas labeled me a drug dealer and I wasn't even selling drugs. Beat the case and everything. Then they reopened the case, violated my constitutional rights. 34 business days later, 34 business days later, they reopened the case and lied and said it was something that it wasn't, then throw the drugs back out and force me to take a plea deal on an AR-15 that was legal, clean, and you never had a warrant for the house that you went to. So if I never sold you drugs and none of that, how you get a warrant for a house if I never sold you drugs? Then a person that live in that house, they are allowed to have that a rifle in a house, constitutional law, they right. But you ran in a whole apartment complex, and you ran in every house in that complex. So whatever you found in every house, you can't put that shit on me. I don't even live here. But this the part I'm getting to, how they label you a certain thing. Shit, that should go for everybody. Because when you mention colors, you mention it brown, black, white, yellow. You mention every red, orange, blue, whatever fucking color you is, nigga. You part of this shit too. Nah, man. It's America, nigga. The right to freedom of speech to tell the truth. That's why this shit is called all facts, no opinions. It's you see the script. They gotta tell us the script. Let me get into this NFL shit. They gotta tell us the script. You gotta tell us when you watching football play. These niggas ain't even trying to tackle nobody. These people ain't even trying to tackle nobody. They just chasing them around, trying like they playing flag football and shit. If a quarterback gotta overthrow you, so the corner, because the corner on your heels, they on your ass like the wash tag of your boxes. So he gotta overthrow you, and you gotta run and go get that shit. You'll see these niggas stop and the ball right there, an inch. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Put me in the game, nigga. I'm catching everything. Then you watch like Saquon Barkley. You could have got a touchdown early in the game yesterday, right? You know what he do? Instead of keep running out to the left, to his far left, to do a sweep, the nigga wanna turn in I formation and run in to the drama. Why are you running into the drama? It was so rude. My mom even said this shit. She like, yo, why the fuck he just ain't kept running that way and got the touchdown? Because it's rigged. Everybody's starting to see it's rigged. When my mother seen that on her, I started laughing. I was like, now they see the shit is rigged. And then what happened? They fuck up all of the parlays. All of the parlays. So you mean to tell me the Philadelphia Eagles couldn't kick another field goal? You got the 2 touchdowns, kick another field goal, niggas gonna hit it. Or even the Chargers. Because they seen through Saturday to Sunday, which is today should be the last game, but we only went from Saturday to Sunday. We betted on the parlays. You seen that the only team, if the Chargers just would have got another field goal, niggas would have hit. But this is how they fuck up the parlays. You understand me? Then when you no, I bet on FanDuel. So when I'm looking at FanDuel, that shit say the NFL brought to you by FanDuel. You be like, dang, they cheating, bro. Y'all fucking up every parlay for what? If you want your app to grow, man, you gotta let people win. Cause now people only betting the lowest amount in the game. Then y'all looking at it, y'all might looking like you good because there's over 1 million people that's betting 10 cents a fucking joint. That's y'all problem because people will be betting 100, 200, $1,000, 5,000 on the game. But you got other people that's what which is their plants that'll come on here and be, I got the best picks. Come on Instagram, follow me here, and all of they picks be the fuck wrong. Because when you go on there and look at it and trying to create your own pick, it should be bullshit and ass. You know what I mean? It be bullshit and ass. That's why, like, I'm done. After the little bit of money I got left on FanDuel, I'm keeping it real. I'm done. I ain't gambling again. The only time I ever hit was when Boots knocked him out in the first round. When Boots knocked him out in the first round. Now, it's the only time I hit. Now, man, and when I first got on the parlays on FanDuel, because I'm going to keep it real, I think FanDuel Fantasy is better because you get to pick each player. So long as that player do good, you win. I mean, so I'm gonna move over to FanDuel Fantasy because I think FanDuel Fantasy is better than the regular the sports betting app. Because no longer as I pick the player and that player, because I made money on that joint, I can't lie. You know what I mean? But I downloaded the wrong one. But I end up keeping that shit. So I'm gonna keep this joint because I the first time I ever betted on that joint, that ain't nothing. I made $30. Then I end up just stopped betting on the joint like a dickhead and just started going on the sports book and started just spending hundreds of dollars on that joint and I wasn't really hitting like that, you know. But the casino, I went on the casino. I might just keep FanDuel for the casino because the casino you win certain. I mean, it depends what game you like. But fantasy, I'm gonna keep. I like fantasy. Any fantasy from FanDuel Draft. If they got any fantasy, if I was y'all, download them Jones, because you can pick the player you want. I ain't got to fuck that team. I want to pick the player I want. This is my fantasy team. All right, you gave me 70,000. Well, or 60,000. I'm gonna spend this shit right. Bang, bang, bang. And if I still have a little over left, then I go back and change the picks and get a better position. But at the end of the day, long as them brothers go on there and score or do anything that's great, I'm cool. I'm gonna win. You feel me? I'm gonna win a couple dollars. You know, but when you go on certain parlays and you see it, like you be like, what the fuck, bro? And then when you watching the game, you watch these people, like you watch it, you be like, yo, is y'all fucking kidding me? I watched Cam Ward do that shit a bunch of times this season with the field goals. I watched the Tennessee Titans every fourth down, instead of kicking a field goal, they kick one field goal. You got one more field goal to kick. You know what they always do? They keep going for it. They'll march down the field in the first quarter, kick a field goal. They won't get a touchdown, they kick a field goal, right? All right, you kick the field goal. You march back down there again. Now you just going for it. From the first quarter all the way to the fourth quarter. Like, come on, man, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And that's what I said about the Chargers yesterday. Y'all the only team that didn't score the touchdown or two. Because if y'all would have scored one touchdown or two touchdowns with that field goal, you know how many people would have got rich yesterday? You know how much people would have made a couple grand yesterday? I know I was going to be one of them ones, but y'all fucked up my parlays. Y'all fucked up my parlays, especially the special, because that's where I always keep myself at. You know, and I can't lie. I won 2 times off the NBA raining buckets. You know what I mean? I like the raining buckets. You know, so you know what I mean? Because it's something to do. You know what I mean? Because you know a team can get it, but then that's what it make you think too. Like, yo, y'all serious? I know y'all can score 20 points a motherfucking quarter. Well, it's like 15 minutes, 12 minutes to a quarter now, some shit like that. I stopped watching NBA a while ago. Since AI and Jordan left, the shit been corny. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when let's say it's 15 minutes, right? Y'all got 15 minutes on the shot clock. I mean, on the clock, you know what I mean? Each quarter. But we know you can score 20 points. Nigga, I'm going to the playground, nigga. I'm scoring 20 points myself in 15 minutes. So you mean to tell me y'all can't? And then you'll watch him put 30 up this quarter, but you know you're about to hit. And it's 4 minutes left in the quarter, and they still can't score a point. It'd be crazy, man. It'd be crazy. But you know what it is, man. I'm about to get up on out of here. You know, this episode 39. You know, season 2 here. We be back later with episode 40. We just had to get it to episode 40. Shout out my co-host Santos Boxing. Shout out my guy Frontline. You dig me? Shout out the Round One Sports. Shout out my guy Fast Life Entertainment. Yoda. You already know H what it is. H Money Boxing. Kendrell. Shout out to Mill City Boxing. Shout out to GHB TV, Greg Hackett, YSM. Uh, it's a lot of people cooking out here. I want to pay respect to all of them. Shout out to Southpaw TV. You know, um, Goodfellas. Goodfellas been putting on for a while. Shout out to ES News, Ellie Setback. Ellie Setback been cooking for over a decade. Is the change, man. You got to give Ellie his props. Blue Blood. You know, barbershop conversations. You know, the boxing voice. You know, if I'm missing you, I'm missing you. You feel me? But shout out my guy Mill City for the second time. And Coach Malachi. Coach Malachi. We got a lot to talk about, man. You know, because one thing you learn about certain commentators, you got people people that can really fight. You know what I mean? And you got some people that's really in the streets that can fight and do extra shit. But people like when you come across certain people, just tell the truth. Stand tall and tell the truth and just keep it real. But like, damn, people in my comments, we had a situation, them niggas pulled up on me. Shout out to such and such for pulling up on me, keeping it real. And you build with that person from there. Not come on and do videos and trying to play people like people won't hop on your ass. And that goes for everybody, including myself. But if you know, you know. Know what I mean? If you know, you know. But we're gonna have that discussion. Shout out my co-host Santos Boxing, one of the realest, not one of the realest in the game with me right now. We keeping it real, we keeping it tall. It's all facts, no opinion sport podcast. 0.5 speed show it's coming. It's coming. We already talked about it. We trying to fix we already discussed the fights we're gonna do. So when my co-host gets time, we're gonna break it down. We're gonna go to 0.5 speed first, then we're gonna come up to the cook up hour and talk about it. So we're gonna get y'all the fight speed over there, then we're gonna come up to the hour and get y'all season 2. That's how we gonna break it down and take over this shit, man. These niggas ain't really fucking with us. I'm shadow banned, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It ain't about nothing. But at the end of the day, for all you corny niggas, stop fronting. I'm here. It is what it is. It's all facts. No opinion sport podcast. I'm your host. 1-3. And I got some new music coming soon that's about to drop on my music page. And if I'm thinking about should I create a beat page or just upload beats on my music page too, just to sell them and shit. But let me know what y'all think in the comments about this recap video I did and how y'all feel about the wild card game that just recently passed this weekend. And hit that subscribe button. I'm up on out of here. Hey, Toes, pull up on me, baby. We got you. Dollar.